Hey, Mike here, and today I'm wearing black not only because most of my clothes are black. Today is a very sad day. Today is the day that Microsoft finally killed Wunderlist. And if you have no idea what Wunderlist is, it's possibly the best to-do app or to-do list app that ever existed. And I've been using it for nearly 10 years now. And I've been using the app for everything, from managing my work to grocery shopping to even planning the chapters for my very first ever book. And I'm very sad to see it go, because I think that has been a huge part of both my productive and professional life. But at the same time, I'm not gonna switch to the new Microsoft app that is replacing Wunderlist. Because, the idea for it is that they want to lure you into using their other services. So they kind of attract you with just one app, but you need to sign up for an account that kind of has a lot of all those additional things in it. And I don't really want that. I want a single-use app. I'm really into single-use products. I don't really like products that do everything, because in most cases they don't do everything well. That's why I'm using an iPod instead of Spotify, and that's why I'm using the light phone instead of an iPhone. But with Wunderlist there is also one other pretty important thing, because I believe that this is the app that made me care about precision in design as much as I do. And it transformed me in a huge way. And let me tell you why. I think it was 2013, and I was speaking at a workshop called App Academy for to-be developers and startup founders. And I decided to do something called an app roast, which is basically like a comedy roast, but I'm making fun of badly designed or developed apps. So for that app roast, I chose about 20 different apps, and they were mostly very popular products, and they all had really huge mistakes, like a very big banking app that has won so many awards had their own logo not in the center of the nav bar. And a lot of those products were done in a very low quality manner. It just didn't look professional at all. And then when I was done with those 20 apps, I told the group that there is one app that I actually used a 2000 times zoom to analyze, and I didn't find any problems with it. And that app was made in Germany. And of course everyone laughed, because there is this stereotype of the German precision, but I think there is something to it, because Wunderlist was, especially the skeuomorphic version from the times of the first iPhones, was perfect. And I mean, it was perfect to the extent that they optically aligned things so they looked better instead of aligning them automatically, and that made a huge difference in the reception of the product, and it just kind of felt right. It felt like a very premium product, even though it was pretty cheap to use. And I've been still using Wunderlist until today, but not as my main to-do list app, because I was kind of preparing myself for this day. So at Hype4 we actually built our own app, and we're using it internally. It's called Hype Task, and I think it's addressing some of the issues that we have with most of the other time tracking and task tracking apps, that they are too complex and they are too robust in a sense that you need to do a lot of things to actually use them. You can't just do a few clicks and forget about it. And I think that most good to-do list apps should be completely in the background. They shouldn't be a part of your work. They should be like the dot at the end of a sentence, but they shouldn't be any part of the sentence. They shouldn't be a huge part of your work. And as much of them as possible should be automated, and it should be very easy to use, and you should be able to actually complete those tasks in just mere seconds, instead of spending a minute or two figuring out what to do, what to click, how to drag the timer or the task to where. And it's just overwhelming. I'm not gonna talk about our product today. We're gonna release an early beta sometime later this year, but for now let's just reflect on the beautiful years that we've spent with Wunderlist, because it's an amazing app and it's an amazing case study on how to do precise apps, how to do things that are next level in terms of precision. They're not, you know, minimum viable precision. They're just, even from the very early days, they're completely refined and thought out. And we really love that. And I believe that it kind of moved us as the company and me as a designer into that direction of trying to do good shit. Because when you look at this and you compare it to Dieter Rams's designs of products that I own a couple of, and it all looks perfect, it all looks just precise to the smallest possible level. It's just beautiful that somebody took the time and the effort to make something, and not just make it and release it, but just to polish every little thing about it, because that's just the way it should be. And most products are not like that. So yeah, if you haven't used Wunderlist, you're not gonna be able to. I'm sorry for that, you really missed a lot. But I think that the lesson from this is just to do good shit and try to be very precise and very thorough with how you design your products, because that matters, that really matters. It might not matter for most people, but most people kind of subconsciously notice that. That's why Wunderlist was so popular. I don't think that most of the users knew that the labels were optically aligned, but they felt it was just a premium product. That's my point today. Let's make premium products because they go away sometimes unexpectedly. Okay, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and see you next time.